Now we have to fill in the waistline now. So cause we have the thigh measurement here, so we have to fill in the waistline. So now you will get your thigh circumference, which is 30 in my own is 30. Right away around my thigh that I measure is 30 inches. So now I want to minus half my waist measurement. So now I'm going to get my calculator. Let me just open my phone. Right, so now I open my phone here. I'm going to show you what to do. Now my thigh measurement is 30. It's 30 inches is around my thigh. Now what I want to do is minus half my waist measurement, right, which I already have here, because my waist is 34 inches and I divide my waist by 2 and I left with 17. So I want to divide half my waist measurement, minus half my waist measurement from this 30. So half my waist measurement, which you already have, right? So we want to minus that. We want to minus 17, that is my waist measurement, and I left with 13. So now that 13, now I want to, the 13 that you left with here now, you want to multiply that by 0.33. So I'm going to multiply the 13 by 0.33. So I want to multiply by 0.33, and that left me with 4.29. Now you either go up or you either go down. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to round this off to 5. So now 5, I would put it on my front depth rise, right? This way where we take the front, from the crotch to the waist. So you call that, I call it the front depth, right? So you're going to put this at the front depth line. So right down, even if you go up or you're going to go down, I prefer to go up, so I round it off at 5. So at your front depth, you write 5 minus what you get, and you write that number down. Now you're going to do the same for the back, right? Your thigh measurement is 30. You want to minus your waist measurement, which is 17. It left you with 13. Now we want to multiply that by 0.66. So you get 8. I get 8.58. Now I gonna round that off to 9, and at the back hip depth, the back depth, you're gonna put 9. Right? We're gonna put 9. So let's go and fill in this measurement onto this pattern. I hope I make it clear so that you can understand. So now I have my paper here. So what we're gonna do now, I did this, the leg that closer to me gonna become my front waist, my front leg, and this one will become the back. Now I round my own after 5 because of my front rise I get 4.29, and I round it after 5. Now on this line I'm going to measure in 5 inches. 5 inches on the thigh line. I'm going to, let me use a marker where you guys can see. Let me get a marker. Let me get a marker. I'm going to measure in 5 inches on my thigh line, and I'm going to put a mark here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure up my front measurement. Remember when we measure from the crotch right up here, my own was 12, right? My own was 12, my hip depth was 12. So I need to measure up 12 inches. So I'm going to measure up 12 inches here. That's pretty high. I'm going to measure up 12 inches. So on this, the mark that you measure in 5 inches, and you put a mark, measure up 12 inches, which is, you put a mark to this line here that we have here. So 12 inches from the thigh line. Maybe you're measuring 5 inches, I measuring how much ever you get after you multiply, you take away half your waist measurement from your hip, from your thigh circumference. How much ever you left with, you multiply that by 0.33, So my own was 4.29 and I make it 5, so we measure in 5 inches. And then the length of your crotch, you measure up. So I was 12 inches, so I measure up 12 inches. Right, I measure up 12 inches here. So I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to connect my line that I measure up 12 inches. So this would be my front. Now for the back, the back rise now, I take my same thigh circumference. I take away half my waist measurement, and then I multiply that by 0.66. So now I get 8.58 and I round it off to 9. So on this back line here now, I'm going to measure in 9 inches, which is here. So I'm going to put a mark 9 inches. Now my back rise, which is the length from your crotch to the however high you want your leggings here. So I am going to, my own was 13 inches, so I'm going to measure up 13 inches. 13 inches. So you can see my back is high. So now that we have our line drawing, as you can see, my back is way higher than my front. So that's what will make this leggings fit properly. You may have similar, your back may be lower than your front may be higher, significant higher than your back. So you would know the difference. Whatever is your back depth, measure it on this line, measuring how much ever, and you measure it. So now we're going to join these lines together. Now you're going to get your curve rule. I have one here, and now we're going to connect this line to this line. We're going to place this like this, and we're going to connect this like a mouth. So this, what this supposed to look like, supposed to look like a nice curve. Now what we're going to do to connect the waist, to make the crotch, we're going to measure in 1 inch. So get your measuring tape, measure in 1 inch, and then measure up 1 inch. Then we're going to measure up 1 inch. Then we're going to get our ruler. Let me get my rule. We're going to get our ruler and we're going to connect this line from the edge here. Let me get a straight ruler. I have a little plastic one I love to use. Let me see if I find my ruler. So now you're going to get your ruler and we're going to connect from the end of this line here to the 1 inch mark we measure up. So we're going to connect that. Going to connect. Now I'm going to get my French curve. If you don't have a French curve, you can curve it down. So I'm going to get my French curve, and now I'm going to make the crotch area for the pants. So you can get your French curve, and we connecting that to this line here. So here I have my crotch. Now I'm going to do the same to the back. I'm going to measure in 1 inch. 1 inch. Measure up from that 1 inch. One inch. And now I'm going to join that line. I have to get my long ruler, so I'm going to join from this end here, from the top of the back to the 1 inch line that I make. This to the 1 inch line. Like that. So you make the line, and now you're going to get your French curve, and you're going to connect this. You're going to make your crotch area. Going to make your crotch. So this is what your legging should look like when you finish. Now we are not putting any seam allowance to this legging because we need it to be fitted. So we're gonna put 3 inches. I'm gonna use a 1.5 inch elastic, or you can use broader, but I need 3 inches to the waist so I can put the elastic. So I'm going to measure up 3 inches. 3 inches. My ruler have all the marking on it. Inches, and now I'm going to connect that. I'm going to use this ruler. You can use your core ruler if you have this ruler, and I'm going to connect my make my waist measurement. I'm going to make my waist. That's what that look like, and now I'm going to connect these lines. So this is what your legging should look like. This is what you should have as your legging. So this will be the front leg. Front, this should be front. This should be back. Because your back higher than your front. Now what you're going to do, you're going to measure up 3 inches. 3 inches, and we're going to mark that. We're measuring up 3 inches, which is here, and we're gonna put a mark. This is the front too. Measure up the same 3 inches from the crotch. Measure up 3 inches, and we're gonna mark. So I'm going to put 2 marking, so I gonna know that is the front and back of my leggings. Now this is what your leggings should look like. Now we're going to cut out this leggings. We are not putting any seam allowance on this leggings, as I said, because we need our leggings fitting. So let's go ahead and cut out this leggings. Out. Remember your 1 inch seam hem allowance to hem up. This aside, and you're supposed to have this as your leggings. When you finish, you're supposed to have all these here as your leggings. So this is the back, this is the front. So now we're gonna cut out the fabric onto this.